than hobbyists. In the 1980s, when I was growing up, vintage meant old. Obviously apart from referring to cheeses or the finest wines known to humanity. Somehow vintage is now something coveted by people that make novelty e-pipes with trendy facial hair. I doubt the old insult of "did your mum get your jumper from a jumble sale" still makes as much of a mark as it used to do back when I was growing up. These days it seems acceptable to rock up to a coffee shop drive-thru on a penny farthing asking for a soy peppermint decaf latte and then write an endless blog about how you are a coffee lover. Nostalgia does have its place, and especially if it reminds you of your childhood. Like Rollin' Rat, Spooky Dokies, the cornucopia of flavours that Viennettas were available in, and actually wanting Jim to fix it for you. Notice how quickly they dropped the revamp with Shane Ritchie a few years later like a hot potato. With this, let's mentally don our shell suits and remember how good Opal Fruits were while the chief engineer discusses his vintage Tamiyas.
Hello RC So-So viewers. These are my vintage Tamiya RCs. We've got the Tamiya Blackfoot and we've got the Tamiya Buggy RX. The Blackfoot was the first second-hand one I bought to get back into RC. It's been a great vehicle, so we'll just talk about that one for a minute. This vehicle has been to hell and back. We've bashed it, crashed it, skidded it, dropped it, cracked it, but it's still going. It has been an absolutely fantastic vehicle. It's managed to do what we've thrown at it. It has broke on a few occasions, but it's been fixed. That's the fun of it. There's plenty of parts online, so you know, if a part does go, then you can get another one. The plan with this vehicle, I'm going to strip it, give it a bit of a facelift. The shell, I'm going to clean up, maybe put a few new parts on it, sand it down, fill it in, give it a respray, make it look nice again. It is a cool shell, looks nice. The Ford pickup F-150, it's good and it is strong. Even though it has cracked in places, it is fixable. So, you know, it should last forever, that. Well, we'll see, the way we drive. The chassis itself, really strong. It's been great. With this old chassis, I've made a few modifications. I've put a skid guard on the bottom that I made to save the servo, because if you do hit a curb, the servo is a bit exposed, so I made that to go on the bottom. A few things are broke on it. Boot, drive shaft, motor mount, the motor guard at the back, the gearbox, the shocks, the servo, the front steering. Yeah, a few things are broke, but it's been fun fixing it. It's been great. This vehicle has been so much fun. I'd recommend a Blackfoot to anyone. It's just been cool. I won't be doing much to the inside. I'll clean it up, re-grease it, put a new servo on though, because that's still the original servo that it came with. I might look at bigger, stronger oil shocks for the back of it in the future. They were just some cheaper ones that I bought online. It's got a lot of Beetle parts from Monster Beetle on it, so I've now called it the Monster Blackfoot. But yeah, I'd recommend the Blackfoot to anyone. So that'll be out of commission for a little bit, and then when it's all cleaned up, resprayed, it'll be back on the road. The Tamiya Buggy RX I bought as a project. It's in great condition for the age. The shell is near enough perfect. It hasn't had any major bumps or scrapes. It's been well looked after. With this though, maybe some people wouldn't agree, but I'm going to strip it. I'm going to respray it. Maybe get some new decals for it. I'm not sure. I'm going to see how that turns out for the shell. Like I said, the shell is in a great condition, so cleaning this up and respraying it, that'll be a nice easy job. The chassis itself, great condition. With these buggies, pet hate of mine is these buggy wheels. They're just too small, too thin, uncontrollable. I don't like the way they drive, so first thing I'm going to do is new wheels, fatter wheels on the front with a better tread, so it should make handling better. It's going to have new radio gear, new servo, new ESC, so it'll transform this vehicle. Won't only look different, but it will drive different as well, and hopefully drive a lot better than what it does. It is nice to keep them vintage, but to me it's just not fun, this vehicle, the way it is at the moment. So yeah, I'll put new parts in, see how it goes. Also I'm going to fashion a transmission brace just to give it a bit more stability in the back. It's got a Mabuchi torque tune motor in it at the moment. I'll keep that. That was a new one I got with another build, so I'll put that in, so that's quick enough for it. Steering arms, a little bit flimsy maybe, but we'll just see how they get on. Maybe replace them in the future. Shocks, they're brilliant for the age. They're absolutely perfect. So keep those as they are. So it should be a fun little vehicle, this, and it should be a good drive. So give it a few weeks, a couple of months, and both the RX and the Blackfoot will be back on the road and looking like new vehicles. I just can't wait to get out again. The being stuck indoors and restricted, it's really put a dampener on the RC hobby, I suppose, for everyone in the country who's into it. But the fun with these vintage vehicles is the tinkering, the playing around, the putting in the new parts, getting them on the road, and you can get them reasonably cheap. But I've noticed at the moment parts have gone up in value a bit. Electrics, servos, motors, ESCs. I don't know whether it's to do with Brexit or what, I don't know, but yeah, they have gone up in price a bit. You can still get some good bargains on the vintage vehicles. You've got to be quick though, I think, to get them. These are ranging, I don't know, between 50, 100 odd quid. If they're shelf queens, I suppose even more. With the Blackfoot, I've noticed these have really gone up in value. These now, a year and a half ago, you could get one reasonably cheap, but now you're looking 100 quid more, 200 quid more. It just depends on the condition, but it depends on what you are paying, how much you want one. But the Blackfoot, for me, this has been the best. It's just been a crazy vehicle and entertaining. I think when you do have the crashes and the scrapes, that's the fun part. It's, you know, you've got to drive them how they're meant to be driven, I think. You can't just, you know, keep them immaculate. You've got to use them if you're spending money, I believe. But, you know, everyone's different, so yeah. But yeah, tune back in for more videos.
Well, that's definitely given us something to think about, and as you probably agree, they are two cracking vehicles that you have there. So you don't miss out on further videos and similar nonsense, please like, feel free to comment, definitely subscribe, and press that bell-shaped thingy to be woken up at all hours for further content. But for now, that's your lot.